Today I'm going to talk about the BYD Seal noise dampening and reduction of noise. So it started, I guess, 2 months before I got the BYD Seal performance myself. There was these Thai workshops that made all kinds of improvements to the car. The Thai people are like way ahead in customization and testing. So everything from suspension, wheels, noise dampening, body kits. So one of the things that they did was to add noise dampening materials to the wheel arches. The BYD Seal is pretty much silent. The little noise that comes through is mainly from the road. So I started to investigate on my own to see the best way to implement noise reduction and what kind of material to use. So after getting in contact with a local workshop, I got confirmation that they could do the work. So by the way, I'm located in Spain. And they recommended the STP product. I mean, there are like so many different brands in noise reduction and vibration. But this was a product that they were used to work with. But you can probably find similar ones. So I started watching the various different YouTube channels using the SDP products to understand what kind of product to use where. So when working with the noise reduction and road noise, there are two main areas. So one is the wheel arches, and these are the plastic arches right above the wheel forming a half circle. Then we have the whole wheel well, which is the second one. This is the metal area surrounding the wheel itself, the inside metal area. So depending on these two locations, there are like different approaches and products to be recommended. Some use these like adhesive materials that are 4 to 6 millimeters, and they place it all over on the wheel arches and the wheel wells. But after some investigation and talking with support, they recommended two different products for these type of chains. So for the actual wheel arches, they recommended this adhesive STP aerosol QP Genio, and that one is like 4 millimeter thick material. It's the adhesive material. You just put it on top, and you use 4 packages or 4 sheets on each wheel arc. And this kind of adhesive material has a number of different benefits. So first, it removes low frequency noise, it's improving acoustics, it has thermal insulation, and much more. And for the actual wheel well, many use the adhesive material as well, but they recommended that you use a paint that is specific to use on metal. And the reasons for not using adhesive material on the actual wheel well is that this area is prone to moist, different kinds of stones, sand, and everything that comes from the ground. So the adhesive material will quickly wear down. So they recommended a paint, and they call it the STP liquid gold. And this liquid you paint with like in the end it becomes like a 2.5 millimeter surface when you have painted all layers. And this has a number of benefits. We have the vibration dampening, noise reduction, it seals gaps, it hardens the actual steel and protects the steel. So I decided that this is something that I wanted to test. I wanted to order all these products and make the workshop install it according to my instructions. And I wanted to be as scientific as possible, but in the end, maybe I did some decisions that made it like less scientific, because at the same time I wanted to change the suspension. I always found the suspension of the BYD Seal all-wheel drive a bit hard. So I wanted to change the suspension as well. That's another story. But because of this, I had the idea that I wanted to drive 5 different paths, and these paths should be filled with all these like speed limiters in the ground. There might be some potholes, etc., and you would be able to see the noise level, how it, and also how it handles the actual speed bumps. So because the this seal is quite hard in its suspension, I was like expecting it to even out the potholes and everything better. And you will be able to see that in the dash cam which I use for the recording. So that is why if I just focused on using the decibel meters, I should probably have selected a more straight road with less road bumps, because now I have the problem with when I'm doing this test. I'm using the dash cam recording, driving the same path using the speed cruise control to maintain the same speed. And then I have this additional video as well on the decibel meters. So I bought this one from Amazon, which I put on slow mode, so it reacts and smoothen out the different levels that are changed. So I was adding a camera to the car, recording this, and then in the end syncing this with the dash cam videos. So this resulted in this kind of view here, where we have the before and after. We have the dash cam videos. You can see this in general. I write what kind of speed I wanted to drive to the left, and then I synced with the actual decibel meters to the right. You can also see the information from the dash cam, like this exact speed that were used at this time. But because to be clear on the scientific part, because this was synced on like a second level, I knew when I started I had a second in the dash cam. It is a little bit prone for not syncing exactly. Probably between 1 and 0 seconds it is not synced correctly, so in that range. And then of course, while I try to use the cruise control, there might be minor differences in traffic, etc. So that resulted in that the starting point and the end point is not the exact same. So that is why I'm only playing the sound from the before video, except for the last path. There are these 5 different paths. In the last path, I'm alternating between the before and after videos. You will notice you will see or hear for yourself the actual sound difference. Another thing I would like to add is that I try to fixate the decibel meters as hard as I could, but they tend to move around a little bit, which causes some rattle, some kind of reverb in the noise, so to say. But in the end, both the before and after video has the same kind of problem. So I guess we focus more on the parts where we have a flat surface, no potholes, but that's the problem. There's so many potholes here in Spain and so many parts of the uneven roads. But at least I will try to draw I will try to give you like a subjective conclusion and try to be as objective as possible. So I also said before that preferred now testing the max I was testing was like 60 kilometers an hour. Would probably have been better to have like a straight road and maybe faster. But the problem with driving faster is that then instead you will have the wind noise. Now I'm only focusing on the road noise. So maybe that's the optimal speed at the moment. But I will come to the conclusion in the end. It's time to wrap this up and come to some kind of conclusion. First, as you see, the noise level in the BYD is low, relatively low from the beginning. It mainly consists of road noise. You have seen that the decimeter fluctuates a lot and, of course, sensitive to the minor changes in the road. I have tried to pause and find different points where we have as flat road as possible. And what I've seen that it does make a big change. This change probably affected between like 2 and 5 decibels. So like an increase in 5 decibels is like double the volume. And most importantly, even if this is not coming true in the video, it's not just about volume. So what is happening is that these decibel meters, they are recording on like a frequency, like a weighted frequency. So it will be matched to your ear, what you normally hear. But what is interesting when I tested the different type of cars, especially the new Tesla Model 3 and comparing to the BYD Seal, is that the Model 3 has this high pitch frequency noise when they're driving from the road, compared to the BYD Seal, which has a low pitch. And normally the high pitch is considered more irritating for the human ear, but the low pitch. So when I compared the Model 3 and the BYD Seal, it was definitely better in the BYD Seal. But it's the low pitch sound in the BYD Seal is irritating in a way because it's vibrating everything, like vibrating your skull. I may be extra sensitive, but that's the way I feel. And you can see this in multiple review videos where they have good sound equipment, that the bass sound is coming through. It's very strong bass sound. So what this liquid gold and the other product did was to reduce this noise a lot. And that's the biggest thing here. I mean, you first hear that the level is lower in general, but the noise reduction of the lower pitch noise is really good. So this makes the ride even better, less vibrational, and totally worth it. So that it would be like my final conclusion in this, that it's not just about the volume, it's about the pitch as well. And this operation takes on this low level sound and makes it much more bearable, even though it was low from the beginning. Thank you. I wanted to break down the cost for this total operation. You have to excuse me for my editing skills. I just wanted to keep this as simple as possible to deliver information. So for the actual sheets, I paid with freight 178 euros, and for the liquid gold 173, the work 350, so a total of 701. So was it worth it? I think so. I'm very sensitive to noise, and I've seen that this had made a great impact. So this is something I recommend, especially if you're buying a whole new car. This operation should not like affect any warranty, but will give you, and it's quite easy to implement as well. So one more thing, please like and subscribe if you like the content. I will try to create new content. Maybe I will talk about changing the suspension in another video. But I'm also running this website, and I will put the link here. I collect feedback from BYD Seal users. I posted this link in various forums. We have received a lot of input from that link. So basically, we have a number of different requests that come from me, that come from other users, that users have voted on, and it gives you a clear idea what the users are requesting at the moment. It could be everything from bugs to feature requests. I'm very interested on a software level what happens to the BYD Seal, and this will give like a general indication of what other users want. So recently I was happy to hear, well, you've all seen that the latest over-the-air update has been released, but also from another user that wireless CarPlay will come in about 3 weeks. Even though I use Android Auto myself, this is good news. Was one of the top voted feature requests. So I'll post the link here again, and maybe you can send it to other users of BYD. I keep sending this link and the feedback to the BYD Seal contacts that I have. You can forward this link as well. I think it represents well what the BYD community wants. Okay, thank you again. Bye.